Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally doesn't work. Let's get open for business. And thank you for joining in for this morning's edition of Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys because things happen late in the evening, late in the night, first thing in the morning, so you want to be up to speed with all that's happening with our Dallas Cowboys. And to be quite honest with you, things are quiet with our Dallas Cowboys, and I am absolutely positively loving it. The only tapes we see are guys working out. Zeke Elliott constantly. You see him, he's becoming a gym rat out there. You're seeing our defensive backfield. You're seeing our wide receivers. Everybody working hard, and you're not seeing them in the news for the wrong reasons. You know, I always talk about perception versus reality. A lot of times, because the Dallas Cowboys are talked about constantly, you don't hear about stuff like you do with other teams. Same things go on, but because you're constantly parodied with what's going on with the Cowboys, you believe that it's a reality that only exists in Dallas. People always talk about the Dallas Cowboys being this lawless team, where the Cowboys should maybe have extra sanctions because they're always in trouble. When reality is, when you look at arrests in the NFL, where do you think the Cowboys land on the list? Seriously, where do you think the Dallas Cowboys land on the list? Would it surprise you if I said 27th with 20 arrests over the last, I don't know, 15 years or whatever? 20. As opposed to, say, the Denver Broncos, who've had 50. Let me say that again. The Cowboys are 27th on the list versus, say, Denver, who's number one at 50 of them. But you don't really hear about the Denver arrest very much because they're not the Dallas Cowboys. And we're not like the New York Giants that seem to be like the Sopranos nowadays. Because they're trying to run a business here. And it makes sense since they're from New Jersey. Let's just look at some of the things that we've had with the New York Giants this offseason. You had Eli Manning's fraud case that he settled the day of, paying off the people that were defrauded. Haven't heard anything about the NFL looking into that. We had Odell Beckham Jr., who's trying to get the big payday, caught on video. Yes, there's a tape with what looks to be a blunt, and he seems a little bit high, with a woman who's got a credit card chopping up some white powder. I haven't seen any or heard anything about any investigation or drug testing. Have you? Then we had a drunk driving. And oh, now we have a dead body in the residence of somebody's home. Barry Coldfield. Now, see, here's where it's crazy because, first, Cowboys, once you're a Cowboy, you are forever labeled a Cowboy. So every time Adam Jones gets arrested, even though he hasn't played for the Cowboys and forever only played 2 seasons, former Cowboy and Bengal, Adam Pac-Man Jones, arrested for boom, 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 boom. But here it is, Barry Coldfield, defensive lineman from the Giants, was arrested for heroin, resisting arrest, and some other charges where he ran away physically, drove off, and had led a police chase. Yet, it's Zeke Elliott who got a 6-game suspension. We won't even go into Josh Brown and his book of abusing his wife and got 1 game. Zeke Elliott was just accused by one person of domestic violence, gets 6 games. Jameis Winston grabs a woman, Uber driver in the garage, gets 3 games. Reuben Foster, weapons charge, weed, allegedly domestic violence. I don't know about an NFL investigation, but gets 2 games. Wow. So when you start looking at other stuff that's going on, and you look at the punishments, and we still have Randy Gregory out for smoking weed and reapplying and begging, please, sir, can I play some more? You start looking around and saying, how is it Reuben Foster got busted with weed, guns, and domestic violence? He got 2 games. Randy Gregory didn't do anything to anybody other than himself other than smoking weed. He's gone for a year. I don't smoke weed, so I don't know, but is weed that bad? Worse than domestic violence? But be that as it may, contrary to the perception that the Dallas Cowboys are the scum of the earth, in reality, they're really not. Whew, less than 3 weeks, guys. We will finally, thank God. I am so tired of this offseason. I am ready for them to get the pads on and start hitting. We have gotten this close to making it through. We got 65 days, 8 hours, 7 minutes, and 21 seconds until the kickoff of the Dallas Cowboys versus the Carolina Panthers. And I got to tell you, I cannot wait until that game. Yeah, it's getting close, just not close enough. Tune in tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern. We'll be live streaming tonight. Usually Law Nation and Vosh will join into the party. So we'll be talking about what else? The Dallas Cowboys. I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, they tell me, don't quit your day job. I'll see you guys